Apple is gearing up to launch its thinnest iPhone ever, the iPhone 17 Air. It's rumored to measure just 5.5 millimeters thick, making it a true featherweight in the smartphone world. But while the design sounds exciting, new leaks suggest that Apple might be sacrificing performance to achieve that ultra-slim profile. According to reliable tipster Fixed Focus Digital, the iPhone 17 Air will use a special version of Apple's latest A19 Pro chip. Now, normally, the A19 Pro is expected to power the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max, delivering top-of-the-line performance. But the chip inside the Air might not be the same powerhouse. Reports say it will have only a 5-core GPU instead of the 6-core GPU inside the Pro models. At first glance, losing one GPU core might not sound like a big deal. For everyday tasks like browsing the web, using social media, or watching videos, most people probably won't notice a difference. But if you're someone who plays demanding 3D games or edits high-resolution videos on your phone, that missing core could mean slightly slower graphics performance. And this isn't the only compromise Apple is rumored to be making for the iPhone 17 Air. Thinner devices often struggle with heat management because there's simply less space to dissipate heat. That means thermal throttling, where the phone slows down to prevent overheating, could kick in sooner compared to the Pro models. So even if the A19 Pro in the Air could match the Pro versions in raw speed, sustained performance might be lower during long gaming or editing sessions. Battery life is another likely trade-off. The slimmer the phone, the smaller the battery. So while the A19 Pro is efficient, the iPhone 17 Air could run out of power faster than you'd like. This means you might get bursts of great performance, but not for as long as with thicker phones that house bigger batteries. The camera situation might also leave some buyers underwhelmed. The Pro models in the iPhone 17 lineup are expected to have triple camera setups, giving you ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto options. But to keep the Air so thin, Apple is rumored to include just a single rear camera. That's a big cutback for anyone who enjoys having multiple focal lengths in their pocket. The display could also be less impressive. Leaks suggest that the iPhone 17 Air might skip the high refresh rate screens found in the Pro models, sticking to a lower refresh rate instead. That means scrolling and animations may not look as smooth. Add to that the possibility of slower 5G connectivity and only one loudspeaker instead of stereo sound, and you start to see how many corners Apple might be cutting to achieve that sleek design. When you compare this to competition, the compromises become even more obvious. Samsung's Galaxy S25 Edge, which is the thinnest in the Galaxy S25 series, still manages to pack in a dual-camera system, a high refresh rate display, and the powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. That's a combination of thin design and high performance without sacrificing too much. Consumer preference also plays a big role here. Surveys have shown time and again that people actually prefer bigger batteries, even if it means having a slightly thicker phone. Many smartphone users say they'd gladly carry an extra millimeter or two in thickness if it meant getting through a full day without needing to recharge. That's why some analysts believe the iPhone 17 Air might not become a massive bestseller. Sure, it will attract attention for being incredibly slim and light, and it might appeal to people who prioritize style and portability above all else. But for users who want top-tier performance, long battery life, and versatile cameras, the Pro models or even rival Android devices might offer a better balance. Apple is clearly targeting a very specific audience with the iPhone 17 Air, people who want the sleekest, most elegant iPhone ever made and are willing to accept some performance and feature sacrifices to get it. For that audience, the 17 Air could still be a dream phone. It's going to look stunning, feel unbelievably light in the hand, and be perfect for those who value design above all else. But for power users, gamers, photographers, or anyone who relies on their phone for heavy multitasking, the Air's compromises could be a deal-breaker. Losing a GPU core, facing possible thermal throttling, having shorter battery life, and giving up multiple cameras and high refresh rate screens might just be too much to swallow for a device that will likely still carry a premium price tag. In the end, the iPhone 17 Air is shaping up to be one of the most interesting and possibly most polarizing devices Apple has ever made. Some will see it as a bold step toward ultra-thin, ultralight smartphones, while others will see it as a case of style over substance. Whether it turns out to be a success will depend entirely on how much buyers are willing to trade performance for design. One thing's for sure, when it launches, the iPhone 17 Air will spark a lot of discussion, It's a phone that dares to be different, and in the competitive smartphone market, that's both a risk and a statement.